Hello everyone. So today we are going to study about family structure in Korean. So let's start with our four phrases related to family structure. First, we will study about the family structure, like what mother, sister, daughter, father, son call in Korean. And for suppose you are in Korean and someone asks you, who, how many siblings or how many members you are in Korean. So in that case you have to revert like I have siblings. You have to put siblings in their counting numbers in that. And third one is they live in which place or country. For example, they live in India, they live in America, so you have to put that sentence. And fourth one will be what family do for living. Suppose someone asks what they do for living, so they will ask and you have to revert in Korean as well. So you should know what they are talking about and you have to revert in Korean language as well. So let's start with our first point, family structure. So first of all, what is family in Korean? Family is 가족. Repeat after me. 가족. Grandmother, 할머니, grandfather, 할아버지, mother, 어머니, or you can say in a casual way, 엄마. Father is 아버지, it's a like formal way, and appa, it's a casual way. Sibling, 형제, when you are talking about a brother, I have two brothers and three sisters, so in that case 형제, like sibling. And jame, when you are talking about sisters. Older brother, oppa, if you are a female, then in that case your older brother will be your oppa. And younger brother, namdong sing. You must remember you are a female in that case. In this case, namdong sing. Got my point? So repeat after me from the very first. 가족, family. 할머니, grandmother. 할아버지, grandmother. 어머니, mother, it's a formal way. 엄마, also mother, it's a casual way. 아버지, father, it's a formal way. 아빠, father as well, it's a casual way. Sibling, when you are talking about brothers, 형제, 자매, when we are talking about sisters. oppa, older brother, if you are a female. Younger brother, namdong if you are a female. So these are the basic. Let's study more. Older sister, onni, if you are a female. Younger sister, yodong if you are a female. Just remember that. Older brother, young. Now you are male. If you are a male, you have to call your older brother like young. And your younger brother, namdong sing. It seemed like a female case. Got my point? Just you have to write it down to compare all the word that I have told you. So namdong sing, younger brother. Nuna, older brother. Older sister in case you are a male. Nuna, older sister. Yodong sing if you are a male and you have to call your younger sister. So in that case, in this case, you will call like yodong sing. So repeat after me. Onni, yodong sing. Hyung, namdong sing. Nuna, yodong sing. So let's study more. Another one is, suppose, friend, chingu. You had studied in earlier chapter when you are about to invite friends or your auntie in a party. So in that case you had learned about a chingu word, that is friend. Boyfriend, namja chingu. Girlfriend, yoja chingu. Marriage, gyalhan. Parents, bumonim. Basically the parents is bumo, but as I told you, we have to show respect to our elder members and your mother and your relatives ones. So in that case, we will put nim word as well with the bomo. So what is parents? Bomo nim. And son, adil. Adil. Don't be confused. Just listen what I am going to say. Adil. Adil. Daughter, tal. Niece, jokatal. 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 Husband, nampyong. Wife, ane, or in other case, bun as well. Uncle, samchon. Cousin, sachon. Auntie is sumo, and in some cases emo as well. And emo is also like when we are in restaurant and elder like an elder or female staff serving you. So in that case, you can call emo as well to that person just to show respect. Got my point? And nephew is joka. You can compare nephew and niece word. Nephew is joka, niece is jokatal. Got my point? And children or child will be like ai. Ai. So let's study with the very first point. Chingu, friend. Namja Chingu, boyfriend. Yoja Chingu, girlfriend. Gyolhon, marriage. Bomonim, parents. Adal, son. Tal, daughter. Jokatal, niece. Nampyong, husband. Wife, ane, or in casual way, ben. Samchan, uncle. Sachan, cousin. Sumo or emo, auntie. Choka, nephew. Child or children, I. So this is all about family structure. Next, we will study about siblings. Suppose someone asks you how many siblings do you have, and you have to revert I have. So you have to fill the blank in Korean as well. So let's study I have about siblings. So we are going to study with the help of an example. Someone asked, do you have sibling? 형제 있어요? 형제 있어요? 형제 or 자매 있어요? So for suppose you have revert, yes, I have 2 older sisters. 네, 언니 2명 있어요. I have 있어요, you had already learned. 2 do older sister 언니. So sentence completed already. So why we have put myong word? Myong is basically when we talk about a person, when we are talking about how many members, persons, their existence. So in that case, we have to put myong word with that particular person, with that particular word. So in this case as well, yes, I have 2 older sisters. 네, 언니 2명 있어요. 네, 언니 2명 있어요. And B, for example, you have like, yes, I have 1 older sister and 1 younger brother. Okay, 1 older sister and 1 younger brother. So let's study. 네, yes, I have 1 older sister. 언니 한 명. 언니 is older sister. 한, 1. We will put 있어요 at the end of the word. Just study. 한 명, already told you when we are talking about a person existence. So in this case, we will use myong word with the person existence. So 언니 한 명. What is hago? Hago is and. You had learned in the earlier chapter when you are in restaurant and you had ordered bulgogi and bibimbap. Remember that? And you had like order like bulgogi hago bibimbap juseo, or pizza hago cola juseo. In that case, what is hago? Hago is and. So there is as well hago is and. So next will be like one younger brother. One younger brother means Namdong Singh. Namdong Singh, younger brother. Han, one. Myung as well with the person existence. Isoeo. So let's study with the start. Ni Onni Hanmyong Hago Namdong Singh Hanmyong Isoeo. Yes, I have one older sister and one younger brother. Don't be confused, just write it down for now and review later tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So our last example is, yes, I have one older sister and one younger brother. Oh, sorry, I had put just Onni Hago. Like it will be like Onni Hago Namdong Singh Isayo. So you are like in a situation when you are talking in a casual way with your friend or with your like a person who met you in a friend mode. So in that case, you are not in a situation to put a long sentence or use a formal way. So last one is a casual way to say I have one older sister and one younger brother. In that case, we will like just skip the Hanmyong part and we will continue with the Onni Hago Namdong Singh Isayo. It's means that I have Onni and Namdong Singh means one older sister and one younger brother. If I have two or three younger or older brother, then I should put like Doomyong or like Semyong. But you had just put ni Onni Hago Namdong Singh Isayo. So definitely it means you have one older sister and one younger brother. That's it. So this is the like casual way and short way to say one older sister and one younger brother. Don't be confused, just write it down and later on you will understand the difference between those two phrases. So let's start with the very first point. Do you have sibling? Youngjae Isoyo. Yes, I have two older sisters. Yes, I have two older sisters. Ni Onni Doomyong Isoyo. Or another one can be like, yes, I have one older sister and one younger brother. Ni Onni Hanmyong Hago Namdong Singh Hanmyong Isoyo. Or the casual way will be like, yes, I have one older sister and one younger brother. Ni Onni Hago Namdong Singh Isoyo. Definitely it means you have one older sister and one younger brother. If you might have two or three, you should put the do set word with the concerned person. So this is all about siblings criteria. Let's study with the help of more example. For example, someone asked, do you have sibling? Youngjae Isoyo. Yes, I have one older brother. Ni Oppa Hanmyong Isoyo. It's a formal way to say Oppa Hanmyong Isoyo. But if you are like one older brother and you are in a casual position, you are with friends or you are with a comfortable person, you just have to say Ni Oppa Isoyo means yes, I have an older brother. And just remember, you are a female in this case because your older brother will Oppa. You will only call an older brother Oppa when you are a female. Got my point? So let's take another example. Yes, I have one older brother and one younger sister. So what is older brother? You are a female. Oppa Hanmyong. Hago is as well and One younger sister is 여동생 한 명 있어요. It's a formal way to, if your friend parent asks you about your family criteria, so in that case you should inform them to in a like formal way. So you just have to use 네 오빠 한 명 하고 여동생 한 명 있어요. Yes, I have one older brother and one younger sister. And suppose you are in a comfortable situation, just say 오빠 하고 여동생 있어요. Got my point? So let's study our last example. Yes, I have two older brother and one younger sister. 네 오빠 두 명 있어요. And one younger sister will be like, yes, 여동생 한 명 있어요. Got my point? So this is all about siblings criteria. Next we will study where they live. For example, someone asks where they live or what. So you have to revert in Korean as well. So we will study about they live in place, some place. Okay. So for example, you have to revert he or that person. So in that case, 그 example, like that boy, sorry, I mistakenly put the byword, that boy, 그 남자. So in that case, 그 남자 means that boy. They, when they that will become they, in that case 그들은 please write it down. 그들은 an is subject particle. We are talking about they, we are talking about family. So in this case, they means family. They is subject particle, and with subject particle we have to use an word. So gadal is family. We are talking about family. Gadal means they. An is subject particle. And what is person in Korean? 사람. Live, to live, verb salda or sarayo. So for example, they live in means eso sarayo. Okay, they live in eso sarayo. So let's complete the word. Where they live. Someone asks where they live. 그들은 어디서 살아요? 그들은 they is family in this case. So where they live, they is subject particle. We are talking about a family. So 그들은 an is subject particle. Got my point? So where they live, 그들은 어디서 살아요? 어디서 you already know. Where 살아요 means live. Okay. So this is about, someone asks you about where they live. So it will sound like 그들은 어디서 살아요? So let's answer. They live in place. You already know about 그, and they means person, to live, live in. So before wasting time, let's study directly in they live in India. I had put an example of they live in India. So you have to revert 그들은 인도에서 살아요. India is Indo in Korean. Like that, America is Mikuk. So Indo is India. Got my point? So they live in India means 그들은 인도에서 살아요. Let's take an example and understand clearly. Do you have sibling? 형제 있어요? Yes, I have two older sisters. 네, 언니 두 명 있어요. 언니 두 명 있어요. Where they live? 그들은 어디서 살아요? They live in India. 그들은 인도에서 살아요. Got my point? So this is all about when you are talking about siblings and where they live. So last but not least, we will study about what means family. Where here subject is family. We are talking about family. What family do for living? What they do for living? So let's study. What? What is myat? Myat A. A is basically used for a a question, a place, a particular person related. So in this case we had put a word. To work, ilhada. Verb to work means ilhada. So do for living or what they work means ilhayu, which comes from to work. Ilhada. Ilhayu comes from ilhada. So what family do for living or what family work? Here we are talking about what they work. So it will sound like 그들은 몇이 일하요? 그들은 몇이 일하요? Got my point? So let's revert. And for example, you have to revert. Before reverting, you should know how to say father, mother, younger sister. We, Udi. My father, Udi Abuji. Udi Abuji. Udi Abuji. My mother, Udi Amma. You might confuse that if we is Udi, then why we put my father Udi Abuji, means our father or we're father? No. There is a culture in Korea. Then when we have to talk about a dear one or some special thing about some special person related to us. So in that case, we will use Udi word with that subject. So in this case, subject is father. So we will use Udi Abuji, Udi Amma, Udi Yodong Singh, Udi Oppa. Got my point? And the profession, the work can be mostly 90% chances will be like your younger sister or older brother can be student. Haksing. What is student in Korean? Haksing. Haksing. And office employee is Pesawon. Office employee Pesawon. Housewife Jubu. Housewife Jubu. Housewife Jubu. So this is all about relation and work related phrases. Now we have to make a sentence with the help of example. So let's start with the very first point. What they do for living. 그들은 몇일 하요? My father is a office employee. 우리 아버지는 회사원이에요. None. We are talking about your father. Your father is a subject in this case. So we have to use none word. We are talking about a person and that person is subject in this sentence. What your father do for living? My father is a office employee. 우리 아버지는 회사원이에요. Got my point? It's a little bit lengthy, it's a little bit confusing, but you have to write it down. You have to understand the difference between the grammatical points. So 우리 아버지는 회사원이에요. My mother is a housewife. 우리 엄마는 주부예요. My younger sister is a student. 우리 여동생은 학생이에요. Okay, so this is all about what they do for living. Now we will study our 4 phrases that I had told you that I teach you today. We had already completed that 4 phrases. Next we will study with the help of example. So let's start. Do you have sibling? 형제 있어요? Yes, I have 2 older sisters. 네, 언니 2명 있어요. Where they live? 그들은 어디서 살아요? They live in India. 그들은 인도에서 살아요. Okay? So, next, what they do for living? 그들은 몇 대 일해요? My father is an office employee. 우리 아버지는 회사원이에요. My mother is a housewife. 우리 엄마는 주부예요. My younger sister is a student. 우리 여동생은 학생이에요. Okay, so this is all about our 4 phrases. Is family criteria that you had studied. Or do you have siblings? Yes, I have siblings. How many siblings you had told them, and what they do for living. And yes, my mother is a housewife, like 우리 엄마는 주부예요. So this is all about our 4 phrases. Thank you so much for watching. Now your next target is just create a situation and tell me about your family structure as well as what they do for living. Just remember, you have to create a sentence related to yourself and put it in Korean language. So thank you so much for watching, and our next lesson will be about movie theater in Korea. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe and share my video. Thank you so much. I'll be there soon. Bye. Thank you.